for you. It's not really for anybody else. There was no other way for me to get a message to you, so I decided to do it this way. For anybody else who comes in, if you want to listen, that's fine. It's not private. Um, I wish you would reconsider leaving. Your work is not done. There's a lot of work for you to do on YouTube. You have talent. I just subscribed to you not long ago, and the live that you did, it was amazing. I enjoyed it. You are captivating. You have gifts that you need to share. Now, I can understand you leaving the beef sector, and that's totally understandable. But there are a few places around here that you can go and fit in. Hey, Yaya, thanks for coming. Hey, Jill. I hope you ladies are having a wonderful Saturday. It's beautiful here. I can't believe it was snowing on Monday and now it's like 70 degrees outside. This is weird, but I'm loving it. I'll take it. So, yeah, I was making this for Christopher W. I don't know if you guys know who he is or not, but he was saying that he was leaving. Hey, Janice, thanks for joining, sweetheart. And I don't think that he should leave. I don't think that he should leave YouTube. If he doesn't want to stay in the beef sector, then I can understand that. But there are so many other places that, he can go to and fit in. I think that sometimes we get stuck in certain places and we don't venture out to see what else is out there. But there's so many things that you can get into in the beef sector. I like him too. Yeah, yeah, I really do. He can sing, he can play his instrument. I mean, he's got some talent. He is very captivating. I was in his live and it was an hour and man, it felt like 10 minutes to me. It was just and it was me and I think, two other people at the time. Now, some, other people came in as he was getting ready to leave, and then, other people caught the replay. But, his struggles, just his struggles alone isn't that's enough for him to share. There are so many people who are going through what he's been through. There are people who, are right in the mix of it and probably want to give up. And he can be there to help them. So I think that he's making a mistake by saying, "Okay, I did what I needed to do. Let me go." Hey, my boo. You're absolutely right, Chris. He was treated like absolute crap by a lot of people, and it was because of his skin color, and that's it, yeah, I don't want to get into that right now, but that was just absolutely ridiculous how that man was talked to in so many of the chat rooms around here is just ridiculous. And if a lot of the content creators actually knew how many people weren't black, they would probably have a fit. It's a sad situation that people have to come in here and pretend like they are black in order to get along. There are people in here who are mixed race and they, don't feel free. Dang. Sorry about that. And that's my other phone ringing, but yeah. 1 second, guys. Ah, shit. Uh, I'm online, but I'll call you right back. Okay, bye. Love you. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so hey, did I miss somebody? Hey, family of six rocks. Hey, thank you for coming in. Hey, I'm laying back relaxing. I just got done mowing my three lawns, taking a shower and all that. So yeah, I'm not filling the whole camera thing. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I don't understand this whole beef sector that some people are made to feel so uncomfortable because you're not black. I think it's hard for me to accept that because I go everywhere in YouTube land that I want to go. And not one time have I been made to feel like I needed to leave. I've been over there with the Nazis and they didn't care that I was there. They really didn't care. Seriously. I was never kicked out. I've been to the southern you know, yeah, deep in the south. Southern people and they make the beef sector look like wusses. You talking about the pull-up gang? Man, we would be on live and see them pulling up to each other's house and, have the shotguns and everything ready. I was never, ever made to feel like I didn't fit in. And I don't get this. But, I guess in another aspect, I do get it because, some people were involved in that whole colorist thing to the point that we still fight with each other as black people. We're still going through this crap about you're too dark or you're too light or whatever. I don't get it. I, as old as I am, I mean, I saw that growing up in my own family. Half of us, ooh, we don't like those bright people. Ooh, no, we don't like those dark people. And the old sayings, what is it? The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, and all this bullshit. It's like, get the fuck over it. Seriously, we need to stop because as the world is going now, if this world lasts another 200 years, and there's not going to be any 100% anything because everybody's mixing up. If everybody went and got their DNA tested, I guarantee you would find probably less than 1% of the population in the United States has been a pure anything. So we really need to get the fuck over it. Yes, yeah, yeah. I love hanging out with the rednecks because man, they can cuss and they can throw a total fit, and I love it. I love it, and nothing's going to stop me from going where I want to go. Yeah, you're right. This is a free app, and why is it that people are made to feel like they don't belong? I mean, I personally, I don't understand some of you. I don't know if you want to be called white, Caucasian, whatever. I don't understand some of my fellow beef sector, subscribers that you actually sit up and cash out people who tell you basically to your face that you need to sit here and shut the fuck up. You're more than welcome to be a part of our sub count, but we don't value your opinion. And you send these people money. I don't get it. There's no way I would do that. Hey, my boo, honest roll. I don't get it. There's just no way. A lot of the support that people get, the content creators get, it's not coming from some of the people who look like you. But okay, whatever. Now I think it's ridiculous. So Christopher, I hope that you hear this and I hope that you change your mind and don't leave YouTube. There are so many places that you can fit in. There are so many people who are recovering from addiction. Jay Parrish, hey sweetheart, thank you for coming in. There are people who have musical talents out here. There are people who are legally blind out here. And there are sectors that cater to that. You can be of such use. There are men who are divorced and, raise their kids, or, everything that is happening or has happened in your life. There are groups out here that cater to people who date, people who are not in their race. Everything. There's so much out here that you can share your experiences with and your knowledge, and also gain some. So don't leave. You know, Again, if you want to leave this sector, hey, Vibrant, thank you for coming, honey. If you want to leave this sector, I understand it, because after a while, I would get tired of being beat down as well, because I was born with, you know, the wrong skin tone. Like, you didn't pick your color and no any more than I did. I didn't say, hey, and when it's time for me to be born, I sure would, love to be a Latino, and it didn't happen. So what am I supposed to do? Be disappointed? I'm happy with the skin that I have. I love being a black woman. It's wonderful. But if I had been born Italian, that would have been wonderful too. Whatever I was born as, it's what it is. And I'm going to love me no matter what. So, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. I don't get it at all. You either like me or you don't. You don't like me, that's your loss. So it's whatever. So, Christopher, if you do decide to go, um, so long, and hopefully I will see you in some other part of YouTube land, because you just shouldn't leave the whole website. But if you decide to go, then maybe I will see you on another social media platform, because I enjoyed talking to you. We had a wonderful, hour together. It was great. I mean, you're a very intelligent man, and you great personality. And like I said, you have so many talents that not only can be used on social media, but outside in the world. And I know, that's a little bit difficult for you, because you can't drive anymore due to your health conditions. And it's just easier for you to be surrounded by people using social media. So, don't give up. Stay the course. Don't let anybody deter you. If for whatever reason, I don't know, I wouldn't do it, but some people just feel better hiding, so they'll go and make a whole different profile so that they can pretend to be, a black female or something like that. But no, I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna be who I am, and if you don't like it, well, that's your fucking problem. Michelle's daughter, welcome. Thank you for coming. That's their problem. Yeah, Christopher W. He made a live. I didn't see it yet. It's on my list of replay. But when I read the title, I knew what he meant. He said that he was leaving. And I saw that someone asked him, why he was leaving, and he said that what he came to do, that he accomplished that, which was to help some people, um, basically stand up for themselves and be able to get through a legal, battle. And it all had to do with racism. And he felt like his job, was done. So, he was going to leave. And I think that's really sad. Yeah, honest. Well, we really should. I don't know why we can't accept each other. I don't know why all races of people, all religions, all socioeconomic classes of people, because each and every one of us has something that the other one can use. I mean, look at the situation that we are in now with our economy. If you're poor and you've been poor, you could probably help, a rich person that's ready to jump off of a building because they don't know how to handle this not having money thing. But, we have it down to a science because we know what it's like to not be rich. Hey, love. Hey, Chastity. Thank you for coming, my dear. So, everybody has something. We can teach someone, how not to starve. It's like you can get that package of beans and cut it up and, make five different meals out of it, and somebody who's used to eating steak and lobster, every day, they're like, I don't know what to do with this. And we can, like, okay, we can take this portion and make refried beans, and then we can have beans and rice, and then we can do this or that or whatever. So like I said, we all have something that we can contribute. So I don't know. I hated to see that. That made me sad. Hey, Just Blaze, thank you for coming in. That did, it did. It made me sad. I've seen him in different chats, and I've seen some of the stuff that people have said to him, as well as others, and it's just cruel. And we don't have to be like that. We really don't. You're not the first person that's been discriminated against. I've been discriminated against too. I remember coming home from work one day, just getting off the highway, driving down the street, came to a stoplight, and this little white man rolled down his window and he spit on my car. And told me I was in the wrong neighborhood. I'm like, well, you know what? You might as well get used to it because I come this way every day. It made me furious. I wanted to go and ram his car, but it's like, you know what? My hope for him is that, when he got sick and went to the hospital and he was, about dying, that every nurse he had was black. Every phlebotomist that came in to, not phlebotomist, okay, the technician that takes the blood, that person. And every doctor, every radiologist, whatever it was that he needed, I wanted them to be black. And if they weren't black, let them be African, let them be Latino, let them be anything but what he wanted them to be. Because that way on his deathbed, he could just be filled with it, because that was just so unnecessary. I didn't do anything to that man. If I had been standing on the corner with a cup begging for change, then okay, yeah, maybe he might have. It still would have been wrong, but it would have been more acceptable for him to be mad at me because I was begging. Hey, Aview, how you doing, sweetheart? Mwah. But I'm coming from work, you idiot. And you didn't like it because I was a black woman driving down the street that you didn't own. Your name wasn't on the sign, you moron. But whatever. I came that way every day too. I made sure of it. Just in case I ran into him again. And that way I could have cussed his ass out. But it's like, okay. But and we as black people, we're no better. We judge people according to the color of their skin as well. But I'm going to judge you according to the way you treat me. You treat me well, then you're okay with me. You can be purple with green stripes and orange circles and pink stars. I don't care what you look like. As long as you're nice to me, as long as you're good to me, then we're fine. Some of the worst experiences I've had have been with African people, because the community that I live in, one of our community colleges, they have a special program for students from Africa. They will actually send for them to come here, and they get free room and board in the dorms and everything. And some of, you know the people that I hang around with are white, And so they would, sometimes have a bonfire, or, well, they call them fry outs here. We call them barbecues, but whatever. And have them come over. And the way that they looked at me, like I was dirt. They would talk to, all my white friends or whatever, and they didn't want anything to do with me. And it's like, okay, I know exactly what you think about me. Because, see, as far as you're concerned, I'm a mud puppy because, I'm not pure African and I'm not pure white. I'm mixed with everything. So you look at me like I'm dirty, but I didn't make me. So I've had, prejudice against me coming from all sides. It's like, wow. So when everybody is like, oh, yeah, I'm African American. Well, don't call me African American. I'm black. I don't want to be called African American. That may be offensive to some people. And if you don't want to be called black and you want to be called African American, that's on you. But, I've been rejected by African people. So don't call me that. That's my personal feeling, and that's how I want it to be. And if you can't respect that, well, the hell with you. Because I know what I've been through. Now, I don't know, maybe you've had positive experiences with African people, but I've never had a positive experience with one, and I'm around plenty of them every day. So, bunk that mess. But anyway, like I said, this was just my message to Christopher to tell him, don't go. Stay. Even if you don't want to stay in this sector, don't leave YouTube, because there's a lot of stuff that you can share that people need, and that would be pretty selfish of you to keep all that goodness to yourself. So it is what it is. But if you're gonna go, at least leave us some information of where maybe we can find you. Yeah, Jill, you're right. Everyone does have their own experiences. I mean, there's some people who probably have had positive experiences with hey, Itsy Bitsy, with you know, African people. But I've just never had one. One of my cousins, my second cousin, as a matter of fact, got into a relationship with an African man, and man, that just went totally wrong. He used the whole Christian religion thing on her, and before you know it, he was going to London to meet some woman, and then he went somewhere else and met some woman, and then he's telling my young innocent cousin, "Oh yeah, I want to marry you," and he gives her this little piece of crap ring and stuff, and all of that was just a ploy to take her virginity. And that stuff started probably 5 or 6 years ago, and she's still hurting, and I'm disgusted by it. Her mother, my first cousin, almost had a nervous breakdown with that. Yes, actually, honest role, he is really good at playing his music, and his singing's not half bad either. I like Christopher W. I think he's a really cool guy. Like I said, I was in a live with him and for an hour, and it felt like it was like 10 or 15 minutes. The time just went by so fast because he's very entertaining. Yeah, it was awful. Her poor heart was broken, and I'm hoping one day she'll heal, because she knew that this man was going to be her husband. It didn't work out that way though. So yeah, so I'm still waiting to have my positive experience with one of them. It just hasn't happened yet. So I mean, we judge things from the experiences that we've had. So Like I said, there are probably people who've had positive experiences with them, but I haven't. Now, I've had positive experiences with people from Jamaica and from the Bahamas, but from Africa, I have not had a positive experience yet. And especially the women have been absolutely cruel. It's like, wow, what did I do to you? I just met you. It's like, get away from me. I'm like, no problem. Bye. See ya. It is what it is. Yeah, hopefully, Jill, I'm hoping that in my lifetime, it would be nice in my lifetime if we could all somehow, I don't know how it would happen, if we could all just get together and have that conversation. Just lay it all out on the table. If we did, I think that we would find out that we are more alike than we are different. All of us parents want the best for our children. We all want the best education we can get. We want our children to be safe. We want the same things. We want them to, have healthy, nutritious food along with the little junk. We want all of that. We want all of that. Every person that I know wants decent, affordable housing. Most of us don't want to live in an area that's gang infested. Most of us would like to live on a street where there's actually grass. Well, I hate grass, but whatever. It's cute once it's all taken care of, but I'm allergic to it, so I still don't like it. But it's what it is. But to live on the street where the lawns are, beautiful, and the trees are nice and you have flowers, and it would be a wonderful situation if we could all live in areas where we didn't have to, bolt and chain and lock down everything, and have triple alarms and a club on your vehicle, and it's, so that it's not stolen. And we don't want to have to turn on the news every day and see that, oh, somebody else has been shot and killed, somebody else has been robbed. None of us want that. I can't think of anybody who wants to live in that type of environment. So we're more alike than we are different. And if we can take that and build on that, I think some of this crap would stop. It really would. But nobody wants to sit down and have that conversation. When sometimes when people try to have that conversation, we're all screaming, what it is that we don't like, instead of trying to talk about what do we want. The same damn thing. I want to be able to go to the grocery store and not have to spend an arm and a leg. The truth wants to do that too. Crystal wants to do that too. Jill wants to do that too. A View wants to be able to live in a nice, affordable house. I do too. Everybody does. So we're not that different. Mm, I don't know. It's just a crazy world we live in. Sometimes, like when I hear about Chicago, I'm like, I was born and raised there. It's such a beautiful city. You look at the skyline and it's absolutely gorgeous. You just fall in love with it. So many beautiful sights, so many beautiful places, so many fun things to do, so many different types of cuisine, because you have so many different races and cultures of people that live there. And I don't want to go home. I don't want to go there. I'm scared to go there. You got people, Magnificent Mile, one of the richest areas in Chicago, not the suburb, but in Chicago. And you got these idiots running around here breaking in these luxury stores, pulling a damn ATM machine down the damn street. It's like, are you okay? Breaking in the dealership that has the Bugattis and the Lamborghinis. Like, are you serious? Like, you think you're gonna drive out of there with one of those? It's to the point that all of these, the Coach stores and all of this stuff, a lot of them are packing up leaving. Nobody wants to live like that. Babies are being in their homes, in their cribs, and bullets are going through the walls, killing these innocent babies. Children riding in the car, in the back of the car, in their car seats, and bullets are going through the parents' cars, killing these babies. The kids, you send your child to school, you don't know if they're gonna make it home. Nobody wants to live like that. I don't know. That's just crazy. Yeah, you were born and raised in a small town. No, I was born and raised in the heart of uh, Inglewood. If anybody is from Chicago, I was born on the south side of Chicago. During the time that I was born, you had the Blackstone Rangers, but I will tell you, there's a difference between the gang mentality then than it is now. Because us as little kids, it was nothing for the gang members to walk us home from school to make sure we got home safe. And for them to tell us, you better go in the house and get your homework done, because if I find out you didn't do it, I'm going to beat you up. Yeah. Hey, Fifi. Hey, Blondie. Thanks for coming. It was a total different atmosphere. They would, you know, be at the bus stop waiting for the either the moms getting off the bus with the kids and carrying groceries, or the little old ladies and walk them home and carry their bags for them. And they didn't have to worry, was this gang member gonna hurt me? Because it was like the gang was like the protection for your neighborhood, because they weren't going to let anybody else come in their area and hurt their people. But these kids out here now are crazy as hell. They're shooting their own friends, and just, I don't even understand it. I have no idea what is wrong with these young kids, and they will tell you that they're not afraid to die. You know, it's like, who wants to be a doctor now? Who wants to be a nurse? Who wants to be an attorney? Who wants to be a teacher? These kids out here now, they want to be a social media influencer, or they want to be a rapper, or they want to be whatever you call them girls out there on them video vixens shaking all that. Anyway, yeah, that's what they aspire to now. It's like, what? Yeah, well, I can make $10,000 a day if I do this or that. So they don't care. It's a sad situation. I'm at the end of the baby boomers, and those who are retiring, have retired, or will become retired. I feel really bad for them, because the compassion in nursing homes and stuff, there it's not there, because who you have in there are people who need to work and can't find anything else to do. It's the same thing with daycare. There is no way, if I were at the age that I had young kids, my children would not be going to daycare. They wouldn't be going to public school, period. I would homeschool my children. Hey, Freddie, glad you made it, honey. I would find a way. If I had to get into a homeschool co-op and every parent took a day, that's what we would do. There is absolutely no way that my child would be in anybody's school. Nothing. It's crazy out here. It is crazy. Nursing home, there is no way. You have people out here, they are there for $1 and they don't pay these people enough for what they do. So that really makes them not want to be there. A lot of times, based on what I did before I retired, some of my clients did receive public assistance, and what they had to do was they would have to go to the state building agency, and they would have to work and answer the phones for other people who were looking to find out what their benefits were, because they had to work in order to get their food stamps or their assistance. Because in here, once your child got to be the age of 3, you had to go to work and do something, or you weren't going to get any money. So that's who was doing the work, and they didn't want to be there. So you can imagine what kind of customer service you were getting. I I, I pray for us all. That's probably why we're in the situation that we're in now, because something has to it had to be something major to shake this world up, because we were going nose diving fast. So I hope we learn whatever it is we're supposed to learn and things turn around, because we are not in a good place. And our children, I don't want to ever have to be in a nursing home. When it gets to be that time, I just want to go, because I don't want to be put in one of those places knowing that some of these people out here, these little people out here now, they probably kill me, before I got in there good anyway, because they just don't have any compassion. Not all of them. Now there are some who are, amazing, and they're caring and they're loving and stuff like that. But I mean, I had to go to one of my doctor's appointments this week, and the doctor was saying that how so many of the medical personnel were leaving the field because of this virus thing, just took them over the edge. Some of them are going into the academic portion, so they are going to teach. Some are going to go into the scientific part, so they're going to go into the lab and study. And then some of them are just leaving the medical field, period. They're out, they're done. So I'm like, wow, that's really sad, because we need more, not less. But yeah, that's how it is. Oh well, anyway, that didn't mean for this to be some whole big drawn out ordeal. I just wanted to tell Christopher W, please don't go. Stick around. So if anybody sees him, tell him that I left him a little message. And I'm glad you guys came by to spend some of your Saturday with me. And guess what? I'm not here cussing anybody out. Yay! See, I told you it wasn't going to be the same every time. So I'm hoping next time I come on, it'll be a little bit of a Halloween theme type situation. I'm working on it. It's not done yet, but I'm working on it. Yeah, of you. I know, because here lately I've just been coming over here talking all kind of shit, right? Yeah. But that gets old and boring, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. But anyway, okay, guys, I love you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you spending your time with me, because you didn't have to. I'm gonna have to get some mods in here too. Hey Chris, you're gonna have to tell me how to get some mods, because I don't know how to do that stuff. But anyway, all right, it's Saturday. We all have stuff to do. So I'm gonna get up and finish a little bit of what I need to do before 7 p.m. And my niece is texting me because she called, and I said I would call her back. And yeah, she's the only girl, So my niece, she's the only niece. The rest of them are nephews. So you can imagine how spoiled she is. She does not want to wait for a thing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to call her back, get my few little chores done because I have something. I have some place to be at 7 o'clock. Is it 7 o'clock, Truth, or is it 6 Central Time? Is it 6 or 7? Because I can't remember. I've got it, marked, but yeah. I'll be in the audience of live. So, yeah. But anyway, guys. Oh, okay, 6. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. All right, guys. I will see you in these streets. Well, I don't have long. I got about what? Half an hour? Oh yeah, let me go ahead and scoot then. Okay, guys, thank you for coming by. If you see Christopher, tell him to come on over. I got a message for him, and I will see the rest of you in these beef sector and other places in YouTube land. Okay. Enjoy your evening. Bye. Oh, you got your badass granddaughter. I know that's right.